Welcome to Zydoxa, and today we're going to be continuing the Epstein series. This is part 2 of the Epstein series, so if you've not seen part 1, pause this and go back and watch part 1. Part 2, we're looking at Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell was born on the 25th of December 1961. Her full name is Ghislaine Noël Marion Maxwell. She was born in France. Her father, as we know, was Robert Maxwell, who was a Czechoslovakian British Jewish man, and her mother was Elizabeth Maxwell, who was a French Protestant. Ghislaine is one of 8 children, and only 2 days after her birth, her brother Michael, who was 15 at the time, was left in a coma due to a car accident and later died in 1967. Throughout her childhood, Ghislaine was brought up in a 58-room mansion called Headington Hill Hall in Oxford, the UK, and was brought up Anglican, not Jewish. The first school she attended was Oxford High School for Girls, and then aged 9 she went to Edgeley Hall Prep School in Somerset, followed by Headington School from the ages of 13 to 16. She then attended Marlborough College to study for A-levels and then went on to gain a degree in 1985 from Oxford University. Her degree was in modern history with languages. It was at the university that Ghislaine met and became close friends with Prince Andrew. Ghislaine and Prince Andrew had a close 20-year friendship before Ghislaine introduced Jeffrey Epstein to Prince Andrew. In fact, the amount of time Prince Andrew and Ghislaine spent together over that 20 years led some people to speculate they were a couple. They had many intimate picnics at the palace, and she was seen often arriving or leaving Prince Andrew's apartment in the middle of the night. Not only was Ghislaine seen at the palace often, both her and Prince Andrew socialised out and about. Now, just to stress, how intimate their relationship was is unknown. Let's just say they were very close friends. Now, after leaving university, Ghislaine did work for her father for many of his publications. One of these was the European. Also, her father owned Oxford United Football Club from 1982 until his death in 1991, of which he made Ghislaine a director of the club. Now, although Ghislaine did work for her father, she was mainly known as a socialite, with her being a prominent member of the London social scene throughout the 1980s. In 1986, her father named a private yacht after her, the Lady Ghislaine. This yacht was equipped with jacuzzi, sauna, gym, disco, and much more. So in the late 1980s, Ghislaine spent most of her time entertaining on board this yacht. After Robert Maxwell purchased the New York Daily News in January of 1991, he sent Ghislaine to New York to run it on his behalf. Now, tragedy struck in November 1991. Robert Maxwell's body was found floating near the Lady Ghislaine yacht in the sea near the Canary Islands. And Ghislaine has adamantly stressed that she believes her father was murdered. Now, this is not proven. Upon Robert Maxwell's death, it came to light that his businesses were in financial trouble, and to try and keep his businesses afloat, he fraudulently stole pension funds in excess of £400 million, which is over $536 million. It was in 1991, shortly after her father's death, that Ghislaine moved to the United States and lived in a small apartment in New York City. And as there was no businesses left from her father's death, she lived off yearly income of £80,000 or $100,000 from a trust fund. Even though this is a nice sum of money, it was far less than what she had become accustomed to, and did not fund her socialite lifestyle. It was at this time, it's thought, although Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein had already met through Robert Maxwell years previously, that a mutual friend at a party reintroduced Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine. So, this is the end of part 2 of the Epstein series, and part 3 will be looking at Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's lives together. So please, tell me in the comments below your thoughts on this Epstein series so far. Have you learnt anything new about Jeffrey Epstein and or Ghislaine Maxwell? And if you like this sort of content, please consider liking and subscribing. Hopefully you'll join me in the next video. Bye for now.